So Blake Griffin joins Andre Drummond as another guy with all-star level talent. Blake was obviously an all-star in his heyday that will be sitting out for the Detroit Pistons. Blake's not going to play another game in Detroit, and it's in efforts to find him a new home. The Pistons feel like Blake Griffin has come to Detroit. He didn't want to be there. Let's call a spade a spade. He's a California type of guy. He sucked it up after the Clippers traded him, went to Detroit, and did his job. He ain't been great at his job, though, over the last year. So I think injuries really got Blake Griffin down. I really believe that. Blake Griffin came to Detroit and actually was balling pretty well. But then, he kept missing playoff runs. And I'm like, all right, if I'm Detroit, what's the point of this? And look at what the Pistons have done. They've went in a different direction. Jeremy Grant has come in and call a spade a spade. He's been better than what Blake could be for them over the last year. Blake's a better passer than Jeremy Grant. But, Jeremy Grant's going out there and balling night in, night out. He's put himself in a position to be on that borderline cusp of making an all-star game. So, Blake Griffin, he played in Detroit. He didn't complain from what I can see about being in Detroit. They say every time it's an off day, though, he gets his butt on that PJ and gets right to California, which to each his own. I don't care. As long as he's there for practicing games. It's his time in Detroit has come to an end, though. And the question of what team would be interested in a guy like Blake Griffin at this juncture in his career? What does he have left? Is he just unmotivated? What? I'm looking around, and I don't see a lot of suitors for an undersized guy whose game was built on athleticism. Now, to be fair to Blake Griffin, over the years, he's been able to expand his range and become a pretty decent jump shooter. But it's like, okay, he can make a jump shot, but he can't defend on the perimeter. Like, he maybe can expand his range on offense, but on defense, he's still very limited. Not a great post defender, never was that. Not a great rebounder. And obviously, he's past his athletic prime, in my opinion, at least. And then you add in the factor that you really can't put him on the perimeter. Like, he's much of a liability. I don't know if this guy could be a starter on a team that's looking to make a deep playoff run. Maybe the first guy off the bench. I don't know. Maybe he goes to a team like Denver and plays that Jeremy Grant role. I know they got JaMychal Green, but maybe off the buyout market, the Nuggets are interested. I have no idea what team pulls the trigger. I know people have been floating out the possibilities of him going back to Oklahoma City where he's played his college ball at and, raised that in that area. Maybe an Al Horford and Darius Miller trade for Blake Griffin. I hear you, but if I'm OKC, I went out of my way to stockpile picks. I got more picks than anybody in the history of picks. I don't want to be good right now. Hell, I already got to deal with the fact that a lot of times some of our young guys win us games that we're not expecting to win right now. Clearly the Thunder are shooting for the next Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. Now, I don't agree with that approach because you're taking, clearly, but that's clearly what they're doing. Why bring in a guy like Blake Griffin who maybe can find some type of motivation? Look, there are rumblings. What if? A big old what if game if Blake Griffin were to go to Oklahoma City and then Trae Young signed in a couple years. Some Oklahoma City boys meshing with Dennis Schroeder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They lost Dennis Schroeder last offseason in a trade. Look, I get what y'all doing, but I don't know if I see it. Let me know. Where could you see Blake Griffin going? Let's just say no one pulls a trade off for Blake, because I don't think that'll happen. I do see Drummond getting traded maybe to Toronto. I don't see no trade market for Blake. And I don't see a great buyout market for Blake as well, right? He's going to try to get to that West Coast if he can. And if that's not plausible, maybe Phoenix? Maybe back with Chris again? I don't even know if Chris wants to do that again, right? It didn't seem like the greatest situation there. I don't think Blake and Doc Rivers has got the greatest relationship. Where can this man go? Houston, maybe? I don't know. If I want to, Christian Woods, when he's come back from injury, he's been balling there in Houston. I can't think of a lot of possibilities for Blake. Let me know, if you were a GM, what team out there would you want to bring Blake into? Let me know what team makes sense for Blake Griffin. Some of the contenders, I'm pretty confident the Lakers and Nets are going to want to go out and get centers, real centers that can rebound. Blake ain't that. They got LeBron and KD. Why would I go get Blake? I'm out. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr.Taliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr.Taliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at Hoops FERRO. and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FERRO as well.